Hello all, this is Reverend Joel, and I'm here to brag on God. In the year 2018, it was probably one of my roughest years on record. And during that time, I found myself in a hostile work environment from leadership that appeared to be targeting me personally. I'm used to carrying myself with a certain amount of integrity. I'm used to a work ethic that caused me to be valued by my organization many times, and I didn't expect it or see it coming. During that time, I found myself pretty much in depression, found myself in defeat. The very thing that I preach about to others and the Word of God, it wasn't alive to me. I'm thankful for some very good people, close people in my, not only my family, but people at church who continue to help connect me with the right channels of people that could potentially help, such as attorneys. I was able to contact the NAACP. Reverend Jethro Moore was a great help to me, and so I want to definitely call his name out, even pastor and him praying for me. But more importantly, during all this process, the most support came in the nighttime or at home when I couldn't sleep, insomnia, depression, things that you really don't think that a minister would go through. I don't know why people think that we're exempt from trouble, but we're not. And I found myself laying to sleep and not being able to sleep all night. And I found my wife putting her hands on me and praying over me, and I would just cry all night. So it was a terrible situation. But the brag begins to come in as God begins to move and orchestrate things in the background. Even when we're in pain and we feel like that He's away from us, He's always there. I finally got an opportunity to meet with HR, so I don't know what happened, but probably the letters, the prayers, things start to move. I was on my way to meet with HR, and I was rear-ended. I was rear-ended in my vehicle off the road and down into a tree. Looking for God, can't seem to find Him. Still serving, waiting on Him to move, and now something else. So it's kind of like not quite a Job experience, but things just piled on after things being piled on. Well, I finally did get the opportunity to meet with that lady in HR, and she seemed to have a different story than everybody else. She seemed to hear me. It was like God had already been orchestrating it, even though there was a setback. And then God began to move. I wound up in the newer model of the same car that I had, paid less money for that. I wound up, after meeting with HR, there was an opportunity in a department with a friend. Someone who I had helped once in the organization came to my rescue and wanted me to come and work with them. But God moved me from that situation and that transition into a new role with no loss of money. It was almost like Psalms 23 came alive for me, that He'll prepare a table before you in the presence of your enemies. Had I not been in a role like this, I would never be able to accept a role with the church because of the amount of time that I had to spend in the other position. So God opened up the door for me to come and end up being an associate pastor here at this church because of my transition into this new role. God will leave you for a minute, but He'll definitely be standing by, waiting to receive you with open arms when He's ready to bless you in your next season. So God bless y'all. That's my brag on God.